This video is for Class 4 Social Studies lesson number 5. Hello students, today we are going to study a new lesson of Social Studies, that is lesson number 5, the Indian Desert. We will go through the lesson first. Turn to page number 26. The first line. The Great Indian Desert is in the northwest of India. Where is the Great Indian Desert? It is on the northwest of India. If you look at the map of India, it is on the left hand side. Okay, it is also called the Thar Desert. So what is the desert of India called? It is called the Thar Desert. Remember this, the Thar Desert. Rainfall is very less in this part of India. Therefore, water for human use and for agriculture is very scarce. In Assamese, we call a desert as Morubhumi. Okay, so what is the main feature of a desert? The main feature of a desert is that there is very little rainfall. মানে বৰষুণ একদম কম হয়, সো একেবাৰে শুকান হৈ যায়, সেইটো কাৰণে তাক ডেজাৰ্ট বুলি কয়. The climate is very hot and dry in the Thar Desert. So how is the climate? It is very hot, okay, and it is very dry because there is no rainfall or very little rainfall in the Thar Desert. Due to less rainfall, vegetation is also very less. Since there is no water or very little water, so plants and trees cannot grow properly. So there is very little plants and trees or forest in the desert region. Bushes like khezri, akaro and babul, which are adapted to grow in the desert, are found here. Only some types of plants are found in the desert. It can be a question that can be asked in the exam, that what are the different plants that can grow in the desert. The plants are like bushes like khezri, akaro, babul. These types of plants grows in the desert region. The trees and plants in the deserts have thorny leaves and they have waxy coating over them. So have you seen a cactus? Okay, if you have seen a cactus, you can see that there are no extra leaves or very little leaves. 1 or 2 leaves comes out from the stem, and the stem is covered with thorns. Kite থাকে গোটেই, হয় না? আৰু যদি পাতবিলাক চোৱা, তেতিয়া পাতবিলাক আৰু ডালবিলাক কি হয়, সাৰফেসটো অলপ অইলি হয় বা ওয়েক্সৰ নিচিনা, মানে মমৰ নিচিনা. This reduces the loss of water through evaporation. तुम लोगों ने वाटर साइकिल पढ़ा था ना, तो वाटर साइकिल में क्या होता है, पानी जब रहता है वो पानी गर्म होके एवापोरेट हो जाता है, वेपराइज हो जाता है कि नहीं? ठीक उसी तरह प्लेन के अंदर जो पानी रहता है वो भी एवापोरेट हो जाता है. इसीलिए क्योंकि डेजर्ट एरिया में पानी बहुत कम है, तो पानी ऐसे एवापोरेट हो जाने से वेस्ट हो जाएंगे, है कि नहीं? इसीलिए प्लांट्स में ये वैक्सी कोटिंग है जो एवापोरेशन होने से रोकता है. The camel is the most important animal in the desert. In the desert, we cannot find the normal animals that we find here, like cow, goat, etc. Okay, ये गाय, बैल, ये सब नहीं मिलता है. कुत्ता, ये सब डेजर्ट में नहीं मिलता है. डेजर्ट में कौन सा एनिमल मिलता है ज़्यादातर? Camel मिलता है. Okay, the camel is the most important animal in the desert. Let's look at the next line. The Great Indian Desert or the Thar Desert covers a large part of the state of Rajasthan. So, where is the desert located in India? The desert is located mostly in Rajasthan. Okay, it is the largest state of India. So, which is the largest state of India? Rajasthan is the largest state of India, and we can find the Thar Desert in Rajasthan. Okay, Jaipur is its capital. The Thar Desert has vast areas of sand and sand dunes or hills of sand. So, in the desert region, since the climate is hot and dry, so we can find vast areas of sand. Okay, Bali, okol gute Bali ase ta. And sand dunes. Sand dunes mane ki? Balir pahar. Horu balir pahar, ebilak sand dunes boli koy. The sand dunes change shape as strong winds carry away the sand. जब strong wind आते हैं तो वहाँ पे sand उड़ जाते हैं, है कि नहीं? तो sand उड़ के sand dunes का shape change होता रहता है. These strong winds are called sandstorm. So, what is a sandstorm? Sandstorm is a strong wind that blows in the desert. River Luni, which is a seasonal river, flows through the center of the state. Seasonal river means not perennial. That is, it doesn't flow throughout the year like the rivers that flows in our Assam. यानी साल के कुछ ही महीने वो सब नदी में पानी रहते हैं. At some places, water springs are found. Spring माने कि हरु हरु पुखुरी निचिना जत पानी जमा হৈ থাকে डेजर्टत. ठीक আছে? Since there is water in the spring, so some trees like date, palm and some other vegetations grow near these springs. Date माने कि खेजुर गछ तात হয়. Okay? Such spots in the desert are called oases or oasis. So water oases are some springs or small water bodies that are found in the desert. So since there is water in the spring, so people live near these oases and grow crops. खेती करे तात. Okay? The people of the desert are mostly nomads. So what are nomads? Nomads are the people that move around. They don't live in a same place like we do. So nomads are the people who do not live in one place but are constantly on the move. Constantly on the move मतलब घूमते रहते हैं. Okay? Nomads use camel for their travel. A group of people traveling together on a camel form a caravan. Nomads of the Thar Desert are called Banjaras. Sometimes there might be a question as what are the nomads of the Thar Desert called? So the nomads of the Thar Desert are called Banjaras. How is the Great Indian Desert useful? So here are some points why the desert is useful to us. First point, many mines and quarries are present in this region as the region is rich in mineral and precious gemstone. In the previous lesson, we have seen that the plateau region is very rich in minerals. So the desert region is also very rich in minerals and precious gemstone. Gemstone माने पाथर. आंगुठीत जे पिन्धे हे तेनुका पाथर. The magnificent palaces attract tourists from all over the world. राजस्थान में कुछ palaces है. Palace मतलब राजा का घर, महल. These palaces attract tourists from all over the world. Exclusive wildlife and vegetation are seen in the desert. Exclusive wildlife and vegetation मतलब जो दूसरे जगह में नहीं मिलता है. ऐसा wildlife और vegetation. Wildlife मतलब जीव जंतु. So students, let's turn to page number 27, Climate and Visitation. I'll read out the lines. The climate of Rajasthan is of the extreme type with very hot summer and chilling winters. There is also a difference in the weather during daytime and nighttime. During the day, it is very hot and nights are very cold. हम लोग के यहाँ पे क्या होता है? गर्मी के सीजन में गर्मी होता है कि नहीं? और ठंड के सीजन में ठंड होता है. दिन और रात दोनों सेम होता है. ठंड के सीजन में रात में भी ठंड होता है और दिन में भी ठंड होता है कि नहीं? लेकिन डेजर्ट रीजन में क्या होता है? दिन में बहुत ज़्यादा गर्मी होता है और रात को बहुत ठंड हो जाता है. ठीक है? लेकिन वो किस लिए होता है? This happens because the sand which covers a large part of the state heats up very quickly and also cools down very quickly. माने गोटे डेजर्ट एरियाটো बालिएদি कवर्ड হৈ আছে আৰু বালিটো কি হয় অলপ ৰ'দ পৰিলে গৰম হৈ যায় পটাপট গৰম হৈ যায় আৰু ৰ'দ নপৰিলে লগে লগে ঠাণ্ডা হৈ যায়. That is why this desert region has extreme climate. Vegetation is very little because there is very little water, right? पानी नहीं होगा तो vegetation कैसे होगा? Plants कैसे grow होगा? है कि नहीं? Some of the important among them are cactus, kesri, babul, etc. These are some of the important plants or vegetation that are found in the desert region. Let's go to the next paragraph. Agriculture and industries. Agriculture is practiced in some parts of the state where water is available. Crops like jowar, bajra, gram, mustard, etc. are cultivated. In some part of Rajasthan, there is water, like our place. Okay, so in those parts where water is available, cultivation is done. That is, they grow crops. What are the crops they grow? They grow mainly jowar, bajra, gram, mustard, etc. Okay, the government has built the Indira Gandhi Kennel to provide better water facilities in this region. Okay, so If you are asked where is the India Gandhi Kennel, you can say that Indira Gandhi Kennel is in Rajasthan, right? The canal gets its water from the river Satluj and its tributaries. In this diagram, you can see a river in the middle. Okay? ইয়াত তাৰ কাষত দুখন আৰু সৰু সৰু নদী জইন হৈছে আৰু সেই সৰু সৰু নদীকেইখনক কি কয় দে আৰ কল্ড ট্ৰিবিউটাৰিজ water is used for both household and farming activities that is घर के काम में और खेत में भी यूज करते हैं ये पानी copper zinc silver marble and redstone are some of the minerals found in Rajasthan mining is one of the main occupation in the state occupation माने काम বা চাকৰি Textiles, woolen goods, cement, glass, and chemicals are the main industries of the state. So, if you are asked what are the main occupation of the state, then you have to write that mining is the main occupation of the state of Rajasthan. And if you are asked what are the main industries of the state, then you have to write textile, woolen goods, cement, glass, and chemicals are the main industries of the state. Next paragraph, important places. Bikaner, Jaisalmer and Jodhpur are some important cities in the state. Jaipur is the capital of Rajasthan and is known as the Pink City. So what is the capital of Rajasthan? The capital of Rajasthan is Jaipur and it is also known as the Pink City of India. The city is full of splendid monuments made by the Rajput kings. What are splendid monuments? Splendid monuments means very beautiful monuments or very beautiful mahals made by the Rajput kings. Some places in Jaipur are the City Palace, Maharaja Sawai, Mansingh Museum, Nahargarh, Jal Mahal and Tiger Fort, Hawa Mahal, etc. So these are some of the monuments which are found in Jaipur. Mount Abu is a hill station in Rajasthan. So if you're asked name one hill station in Rajasthan, you have to write Mount Abu. Okay. Other famous places are the Dilwara Jain Temples National Desert Park in Jaisalmer, Dargah Sharif in Ajmer, Pushkar Lake and Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. These are some of the very important places in Rajasthan. So you have to remember these names. Okay. So this was the part 1 of lesson number 5, the Indian Desert of Social Studies. So we will study the next part of the lesson in part number 2. Thank you.